If this situation has involved like dragging your name, or it has affected your ability to work or make money, the way that you're getting justice here is Ten of Cups, is through something that feels like so much more worthy. Like you will be so much more satisfied. And I do feel like it's coming in quick. The thing is, like, the devil keeps coming out, so the way that you go about this really matters, right? So there's clearly, from where I'm sitting, there's energy in this situation that is working with you, and it wants to work in your favor always, right? And it will work in your favor if you go about this the right way. It would be tempting to give into any kind of like Page of Swords energy coming in here. Okay, so we've got Three of Wands, Two of Cups, and Justice at the bottom of the deck, which is exactly what we're focusing on, that Page of Swords there. It would be so easy for you to give into the idea of whatever it is that's being perpetuated here. And I mean like culturally, the social happenings in this situation. Please watch yourself, okay? And that doesn't mean don't vent about it. That doesn't mean don't like talk about it. And I mean like directly with whoever is, you know, representing this mischief card or this Seven of Swords. It could be someone who's just causing a lot of trouble for you and or talking about you, speaking on you out of term, right? So your justice, it's looking like here, I mean, like, this is beautiful, right? 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Wands, like a bright and happy future is your justice, right? Tell me more. What is the collective's justice in this? Your name being restored is something that I heard. 9 of Swords, yeah. Temperance here, your name being restored. Justice again at the bottom of the deck. This is a restoration to your mental health as well. There's been a lot of energy that would cause you to kind of go back and forth, not really sure what to do, not really sure. I feel like this has caused you so much inner turmoil because you are someone who does really well with people generally. Like, generally speaking, okay, and like this card, they just fell in the 10 of Wands. Yeah, like, generally speaking, you're someone who does really well with people. There's no reason really for anyone to dislike you. And so this might be really confusing. You know, this might be really loyalty on the split here. This might be really confusing. It's kind of, I can hear you saying like, I've done the best that I can and I'm doing the best that I can, and kind of like, why can't they see that? You know what I mean? But you know what that's bringing me to is like these cards that I pulled from part 1. The mirror here is like, this person, whoever's causing so much trouble for you, might feel that way as well in their own way. And this is like an issue of who's handling it correctly. Okay, there's something about like assertiveness, and that's why your assertiveness is coming up as such an important element of this reading and how you get this justice that you deserve. Let's get a little bit more about your justice. They're telling me not to take that. Okay, your justice. People don't understand you. I'm hearing the word contemporary, and it's making me think of like contemporary art. People don't understand you. And you know what I was thinking about is like, there's this video on the app that I reposted that said, when you do the work that 99% of people don't want to do, how many people do you think are going to understand you? Okay, modest fortitude coming out, and leadership, leading by example. Let me look at the guidebook for modest fortitude. So this is about, and it's funny, I kind of wish that I caught it on camera because I flipped it and it went right to the page. Work quietly and consistently. The time to shine will present itself in the future. For now, focus on your process rather than its reward. Focus on your process, right? One of the cards that came out right away in the last reading was the Seven of Pentacles. Focus on your process. You are in a place right now of great fertility, if you allow these external voices or things that are attempting to cut you down or demean you to get in your way, then you are getting in the way of your rebirth. You are getting in the way of your own rebirth. What do you want to embody leadership, and how are you acting as if in this situation, right? And so one of the things that's coming to mind here is, okay, so Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords. This stuff really irks me, okay? I will just say that. However this is manifesting in your life, I would be curious, but I will say that this situation in particular as a Libra sun really, really irks me. And I've experienced it a number of times in my life. And so the way that I would say, the thing that I would say is really important here is shaking it off and remembering what the point is, right? What is important to you? What are you doing? The key to this is having a sense of purpose. Do you have a sense of purpose that can draw you back to where shaking it off is like a requirement? Because you got shit to do, you know? You got shit to do. Modest fortitude. That Seven of Swords coming out again. Tell me more about this deceit, this Seven of Swords energy. And you know what? I think that, yeah, so Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles, the sun with the tower beneath. This is important, okay? So part of this for you is actually gonna be kind of acting like everything's fine. I hate to say it, but there is an element of this that's like, I mean, to what I said about like acting as if, your grace is of superior importance here, okay? The grace that you exude is really, because there are people who are actively trying to cut you down. There are people who are actively working to bring a dull to your shine, okay? The Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands. You are free to guard what is important to you, okay? And it doesn't have to be a lie. It just has to be, I mean, it doesn't have to be a lie like, oh, everything's fine. It can just be, this is what I'm focusing on, right? It could be totally true. Like, we do not live in a vacuum. There can be many truths that exist simultaneously. And one example of that in this situation is I'm really feeling not good about this particular situation in my life. It's not, and maybe it's right in front of my face right now, but it is also true. As much as this irks me, as much as this bothers me or triggers me, as true as that is, and there's banging, I have no idea where it's coming from, but this is significant. As true as that is, it is also true that you have a stronger sense of purpose, and that these, as is the banging, as that these problems are acting as a distraction. You see how hard it is for me to get this out? These problems are acting as a distraction, right? When I call it out, the banging stops. I don't know if you guys can hear it. House generally is very echoey because we don't have any furniture in here yet, but like, that's important, okay? This is all acting as a distraction, and so call it what it is. It is not important to you. It is insignificant to your purpose. You have something that God, and I'm like getting this overwhelming feeling, the breeze is coming through the house. God has given you a sense of purpose in some area of your life. You know, what is that? Where is it? Where is it for you? Right? And then I'm also thinking about that, like Queen of Wands and 10 of Wands. It's like having a positive outlook on the hard work would require you to stay in touch with that why. You know, why am I keeping this positive outlook, right? What they want is for you to fold. And they don't even realize it, but they want you to feel like shit. They want you to fall back into that hole. And they never want you to crawl out. But you made it out. You made it out over and over and over again. You made it out so many times. So keeping that why is going to keep you from even getting close to that hole again. Do you see what I'm getting at? The Page of Pentacles, it's a new way of doing things. But I mean, one of the things that I said was that this is justice for your mental health, right? The devil, as I'm talking about this, justice for your mental health in the 10 of Pentacles. That's a long-standing thing. The issue that you have there is long-standing. So be very poised and gentle with yourself, just as you would anyone else who were in your position. You need to talk to yourself like how you want a friend to talk to you through this. Because this other person sure ain't. Good luck.